สาธุ วันนี้เป็นวันพระเล็กขึ้น8ค่ำเดือน7ตรงกับวันอังคารที่22พฤษภาคม2561ขออนุญาตพูดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษก่อนนะคะแล้วเดี๋ยวจะกลับมาพูดภาษาไทย I have been thinking about aging and particularly now we realize that elderly people are increasing very clearly in Japan and also in Thailand. In the morning when I get up, as I get up today, every day, this morning particularly, I was very thankful. I was deeply very thankful that I am alive. I am alive, and also I am still functioning. Young generation like you, young people like you never thought of this, you know. You just jump up from bed and then go into your activities. But this becomes clearer as you are getting older to value this life. So every morning, you can start from now. Every morning when you get up, feel very thankful that we are alive. Very thankful that I am still functioning. You know, the fact that we feel grateful is an expression of being humble. You don't take it for granted that you will get up every morning. You will be functioning every morning. That expression of humbleness is I'm most thankful that I still have today. And because today does not come, automatically. We tend to think that today comes automatically, which is not true. Many people died last night. So this humbleness brings about the practice of Buddhism. Because in Buddhism, we talk about letting go of I, me, my mind. And all the problems that we have in the world here, this world, is nothing but holding on to I, me, my mind. We talk about the poisons or the fires, that is, hatred, anger, and delusion. They are okay. They become poisonous only when it is your anger, your hatred, your delusion, your greed. Right? So the key word is not lokha, tosa, moha, not greed, anger, and delusion, but my greed, my anger, my delusion. Therefore, we have to hit on the right spot of I, me, my mind. The fact that you are humble, getting up in the morning and you're very humble, thankful that you are alive, is an expression of realizing that this I that we hold on as though it is eternal actually does not belong to us. It is an understanding that it is transient and it is borrowed. This body sitting here made up of 4 elements. These 4 elements actually is on loan. As we are walking on our 2 feet, these 4 elements actually is on loan. From what? From the greater universe. So when we drop dead, we return to the greater universe. So it is so beautiful. It is beautiful that when we realize this, and that clinging on to I, me, my mind, why don't you do it my way? You know, that kind of attitude will suddenly drop and make life so free, make life so beautiful. And this is the practice, that we don't have to close our eyes and sit in meditation. It is a realization that we are part of the universe. It is a realization that we are on loan and we have to return some days. Some people can return it, they use it, these 4 elements for many days, many years. But some of us have to return very quickly. So as I'm growing older, never before I would feel so great having met elderly people, particularly those who are older than me. Now that Mahathir, 92 years old, he became the latest Prime Minister of Malaysia. I was so joyful and humbled. When I heard this news, my body was like that. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that he could do that. I am so happy because of the fact that he is able. Can you imagine a person at 92 years old is still able not to function just walking on the 2 feet, but to function as a Prime Minister? That is a statement of elderly people fitting very much into this society, which is, you have more elderly people in this society. So every time when I meet elderly people now, I would approach them and directly ask them, how old are you? Which is not polite, the Western standard, you would say, oh, it is very impolite. But I always ask them, how old are you? And then they said, oh, they are 80. Oh, I bow to them. Now, as a monk, I would bow to them. Feel so happy, so overjoyed that they are already 80, older than me, and they are still functioning. They are still functioning properly. And if I see some of them who are not functioning properly, I would tell them that to have that energy to go on. But this energy to go on, we have to think. The Buddha said, when he sent out the very first batch of the 60 monks, all enlightened, he sent them out to spread the words of his teaching. He reminded them that Pahuchana Hitaya, for the benefit of others, Pahuchana Sukhaya, for the happiness of others. So therefore, our existence, if we want to live long life, it is not for our own enjoyment only, but always think about the benefit of others, the happiness of others. That's how we make our life valuable and worth to live older, getting older in our life. So with this understanding, that energy to live for yourself. Sometimes you get fed up, or life is too troublesome. Better leave. You cannot leave. It doesn't come so sudden. It doesn't come automatically. So therefore, the years that you have ahead of you, what is your plan? What is your aim? That aim must always be greater than yourself. As the Buddha said, be the benefit to others. Be beneficial to others. Be beneficial for the happiness of others. So you see that the world outside and the world inside is actually linked. My happiness, I am overflow with happiness and it goes to you. You are overflowing with happiness and it comes to me. How we feed each other. This is how, at least our society, a small Sangha should be. I feed on you and you feed on us. This morning we had problem because last night it was raining and we just set up a new pump. And this new pump has an electric box. The water got in because the box was just on the wall like this, and there was no roof covering it properly. So this morning we went, and 2-3 of us, we tried to imagine what should we do, and somehow together we came up with an idea. This is how we're going to do, and it's done. So it's so beautiful to see how Sangha comes together and just finish the work in the morning. Like that, always be joyful that we are alive today, and be joyful also. What are you going to do today for others? What are you going to do today for others? And in the process of doing for others, you are actually transforming yourself in the practice. Okay? So every day is like this. You are nurturing yourself in the teaching of the Buddha. At the same time, the Sangha get work done. So you see that if we understand our role like this, every day it is a journey of letting go of that ties which binds us so strongly between this self and greed, anger, and delusion. Each day we try to sever the ties that we have been bound so many years in this life, and not only in this life but also in the previous lives, how we keep repeating it. So now we understand the teaching of the Buddha, and now how we try to let go of that. So always be respectful to elders, see them as an example. Oh, how joyful I see this person, much older than me, but they are still doing. Look at these two ladies, they are older than me. So at least, you always look up to them. This one, Kunjan Pen, she's 3 years older than me. Parat is 4 years older than me. So it is like, she's born the same year, but a few months older than me. Like that, so I think we psychologically support each other also. And the younger ones, coming in to join us to see what we do. And we teach them, they also teach us. Do not imagine that only elderly people can teach you. Often I learn from the young ones. And particularly this new age, sometimes I even learn from my grandsons, who is only 4 years old, 5 years old. So this learning process for elderly people is still there. Do not say that you are old, so therefore you don't learn anything. That is the way that you are really getting old. So elderly people always feel that you still have much to learn. You still have much to learn. And this eagerness to learn actually keeps you alive. Keep you alive, active, and beneficial to others and to yourself. So I told them about smiling face. It's important that we have smiling face. Otherwise, we send away everyone, visitors who come to the temple. Oh, this temple is so scary. All the nuns are like this, Their face is so always have big face. So smiling face is, you don't have to pay anything. You don't lose anything to keep your smiling face. So smiling face is a key word, expressing our joy. Smiling face is an expression of joy that we have nourished ourselves, and it is also joy for others. Yes? So today we are going to have yet another joyful day. Thank you.